Right now, millions of ambitious people are obsessing over acquiring isolated technical skills. They are staying up late to master the perfect AI prompts, building complex sales funnels, and optimizing marketing stacks for 2026. These individual skills often lead straight into an additive trap. Learning to code or run ads adds a baseline value to your solo output. But because you are only one person, your earning potential hits a hard mathematical cap. To bypass that limit, you have to apply the multiplier effect. Human connection and high-value relationships are the only forces capable of scaling those baseline technical skills exponentially. This chart shows the math in action. A baseline skill level of 10 plus another isolated skill brings your total output to 20. But plug that exact skill set into the right relationship, and that multiplier turns 20 into 1,000. True wealth scaling does not come from hoarding knowledge in isolation. It comes from the mathematical leverage of the network you build around it. Consider the circles most people inhabit. These environments aren't necessarily toxic or filled with bad actors. They are simply populated by people with limited horizons. This chart visualizes the trap of proximity. Your peer group sets an invisible ceiling on what feels normal. When everyone in your immediate circle thinks earning $200,000 is the ultimate peak, your subconscious adopts that exact number as its absolute cap. Breaking through requires goals so massive they outstrip your current abilities. When your targets are that large, the ceiling of your old life suddenly becomes the floor of your new one. Reaching that level demands an intentional disruption of your current environment. You cannot rely on the default social circle you inherited to pull you upward. You have to actively architect your reality. You break the invisible ceiling by hand-picking the people who influence your ambitions. Creating that new reality starts with direct investment. High-level relationships are entirely active. They require deliberate, measurable outlays of your time and your capital. Sometimes that looks like buying a plane ticket and flying 3,000 miles across the country just to see a friend for 28 minutes. But simply showing up is just the beginning. You must bring distinct value to these rooms. If you only arrive to extract advice, the connection dies. Steel sharpens steel. You build trust by storing up value over years. That means actively stepping in to coach your peers on areas where you hold expertise, like structuring their personal brand and content strategy, without expecting an immediate return. When you place yourself in these high-caliber rooms, the results are immediate. Imagine a 12-year-old walking up to a group of successful CEOs at a private event to ask technical questions about AI. The knowledge in that room accelerates his trajectory by decades. Spending money and time to be there in person takes a connection from a surface-level transaction and turns it into a compounding high-yield asset. Contrast that direct investment with the manual way most people try to network. They send hundreds of cold emails, attend awkward mixer events, and try to pick people's brains. It's exhausting, incredibly slow, and mathematically impossible to scale. The modern alternative is scalable attraction. By creating content and publishing your expertise publicly, your ideas do the networking for you. The true constraint on growth has shifted. Today, the volume of high-caliber individuals who already recognize your value carries more weight than any personal list of contacts. This inbound method operates while you sleep. The physical effort required to record a video that reaches 14 million people is exactly the same as the effort required to reach one. When you broadcast your plans, opportunities seek you out. Simply posting a travel itinerary online resulted in a local dealership owner in Dallas reaching out directly to offer a ride from the airport in a custom interior Rolls-Royce. That scale can even bridge decades. Rob Dyrdek, a childhood idol and 20-time world record holder, read a published book, saw the video content, and sent a text message out of the blue to initiate a meeting. Publishing your expertise functions as an automated system for human connection. It continuously filters the global market and pulls high-value individuals directly to you. When you combine direct, out-of-pocket investments in people with a massive inbound content engine, you hit a unique state of leverage. This combination generates serendipitous outcomes that no spreadsheet or formal business plan could ever predict. Take leadership author John Maxwell. Because of a genuine effort to show up and invest in the relationship over years, he spontaneously offered to write the foreword for a new book. You cannot engineer that kind of support. It only comes from authentic connection. This level of mentorship acts as a psychological buffer. Knowing you have the direct backing of an industry leader allows you to execute on risks that would otherwise feel paralyzing. Stop treating your network as a happy accident. Put specific people on your goal lists, spend the money to show up in their world, and realize that human connection is the absolute highest form of leverage available.